For Shiba Inu nowadays is very different. The fluctuation of the market is largest right now. Shiba Inu's pricing suddenly turned the narrative upside down. Still, the cause can be something rather big. Actually, nobody anticipated this. Recent wiping out of almost $1.4 billion, and your Shiba Inu might be totally compromised. What is transpiring? And what on earth am I even debating? All right, let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Something weird occurred with Shiba Inu. The price dropped right away after yesterday's mini rally gave a decent lift, down roughly 1% throughout the last 24 hours. Many are wondering what is going on. Only yesterday, the atmosphere was very different. Investors were starting to become hopeful. The Shiba Inu army was reveling, and it really seemed as if momentum was gathering for the initial time in a long run. People were at last beginning to think Shiba Inu was preparing for something grand. But now, it is like a whole gate crash. The thrill became irritation almost right away, and now we seem to be back at square one. This is very horrible for the Shiba Inu community. Seeing the price fall once again is the final thing anybody wanted after all that hoopla. You could so be thinking, what is going on? Why is Shiba Inu jumping all around today? Well, be ready as something big lately arrived on the crypto scene. And when I refer to huge, none saw this approaching. One of the largest known crypto hacks ever occurred and rocked the whole market. The figures are absurd. In an instant, almost 1.4 billion USD disappeared, and the consequences were instantaneous too. With over 500 million liquidations occurring in only one day, the entire crypto market suffered. Now hovering at 3 trillion, the global market capital fell by almost 1%. This all began after a startling security hack at one of the largest exchanges available. Panic hit quickly and prices collapsed all around as soon as the news leaked. More than 150,000 merchants were found involving. The storm strikes long locations the most severely. Long transactions lost over 300 million overall, while short positions were not spared either, liquidated for over 200 million. The largest single liquidation of all, a huge Bitcoin deal for more over 12 million. With traders flitting around trying to decide what to do next, the whole crypto scene is in turmoil. Is more turbulence looming, or is this setback fleeting? The actual question, however, is this. Regarding Shiba Inu, what about how does Shiba Inu holders' situation change all around? Is their money safe? Alternatively, is there a chance that amid all this turmoil their assets may be lost? Strangely enough, hardly nobody is bringing up this. The whole discussion has been on the hack itself, the widespread liquidations, and how the general crypto market is responding. But Shiba Inu? Right now, it's going beneath the radar, which adds to the disconcerting nature of this scenario. Here is where things might veer rather dangerously. Should these breaches continue, Shiba Inu could find herself on the brink of something historically catastrophic. For what reason? Should the hacker be able to pilfer a significant quantity of Shiba Inu, they might choose to instantly discard every single token. And should that occur, it would not be a little decline. It may set off a complete breakdown. Imagine all at once billions of Shiba Inu pouring onto the market. In seconds, prices would collapse and panic would seize. Just to get away before things got worse, holders would start throwing their own tokens, setting off a chain reaction that would push Shiba Inu to a stage not seen in many years. Though this would be on a various magnitude, we have experienced sell-offs previously. A hacker emptying everything all at once leaves no plan, no meticulous distribution, only anarchy. The marketplace wouldn't have time to respond either. As of right now, Shiba Inu were not clearly impacted. But that's the issue. We could be in for among the largest Shiba Inu crashes ever if the hacker is seated on a large pile of coins and nobody finds out until it is too late. How much harm has already been done, and how much worse may it get? And here's the insane bit. Something like this has not been unprecedented. Recall when not so long ago a large hack on an Indian exchange was revealed? For Shiba Inu, it was yet another horrific event. Wazirx, India's largest cryptocurrency exchange, had a serious security hack. Following a hacking into one of their wallets, more than $200 million in digital currencies were pilfers. Early on July 18, 2024, it all fell apart and stunned everyone. Later, the discussion on X verified the assault. But harm was already done by then. And here is when it gets much worse. Shiba Inu was knocked down hard. After snatching over $100 million value of Shiba Inu, the hacker wasted no time dropping every single token. That produced a 15% price cut almost immediately eliminates profits and sends the Shiba Inu army into full state of panic. And now guess what? Just recently hacked, Bit also possessed a significant quantity of Shiba Inu, over $40 million worth. Should history repeat itself and the hacker choose to target more accounts and the hacking proceeds, we may find ourselves facing yet another terrible crash. Shiba Inu hacked wallets in great numbers. Should Shiba Inu find herself caught in the thick of this hacking frenzy, things may quickly get nasty. We have seen before what occurs when Shiba Inu theft results in disposal. It sets off a domino effect, bringing prices far down. Shiba Inu may therefore be in for another period of significant losses should another sell-off occur. Still, hang on a second. Perhaps we need not worry too much if we stand back and see the wider picture. Shiba Inu is unique, first of all. Shiba Inu is not like many other cryptocurrencies. It is not simply another coin floating around controlled exchanges. It is based on whole decentralizing concepts. One of Shiba Inu's main personalities, Satoshi Kusama, has discussed this several times. Actually, he once made it quite evident on a tweet when someone requested his business card. His answer is no, I do not carry a business card. I am just another Shiba army member using decentralization to help to make the planet a better place. That's what distinguishes Shiba Inu. Building something larger, something that cannot be controlled by just one exchange or a small number of strong players, beyond mere price fluctuations or what occurs on centralized platforms. Although sell-offs and hacks might throw off the market, they define nothing about Shiba Inu's essence. Therefore, Shiba Inu has a long-term vision intact even if the short-term price may be flitting about. Decentralization, that is, authority returning to the community, is not something one incident can undo. Not to mention one of the crypto golden rules either, not your cash or keys. Ultimately, if your Shiba Inu is seated on a centralized exchange, technically it is not yours in the manner you would have assumed. The exchange has control over it, hence should anything go wrong, such as a hack, withdrawal freeze, or even a shutdown, you may immediately lose access to your own assets. Time and time again, we have seen this occur. Each time a significant trade is disrupted, individuals are reminded of this hard fact. You are in a much safer place, however, if you really own your Shiba Inu, that is, if you store it in a private purse under only your control of the keys. No hacker can empty an exchange of cash. No business can decide at will to limit withdrawals. Your possessions are not at the will of another person's security weaknesses. Decentralization is hence precisely why it matters. Shiba Inu is advocating a day when individuals have complete authority over their possessions, not some centralized body subject to compromise. Thus, even although hacks and trade problems will always be a concern, individuals who follow the not your keys, not your coins rule are in a far better position to negotiate the turmoil. Positively, there is some rather significant news that may revolutionize Shiba Inu holders. Shiba Inu is traded on one of the largest exchanges. One of them lately underwent a significant legal dispute. Officially, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission decides to abandon its action against Coinbase. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong revealed that they achieved an agreement with the SEC to entirely drop the lawsuit after several years of back and forth wasted public money and a court battle rocking the crypto scene. Simply a clean split, no penalties or charges. Why then is this significant for Shiba Inu? For Shiba Inu holders, Coinbase is among the most reputable and often utilized services. It's at a whole other level than smaller exchanges affected by hacks and crashes, given its solid security and robust regulatory posture. Given Coinbase is stronger than ever going away from this dispute, the exchange might soar and attract even more customers. Greater trade volume, more faith in systems that really safeguard their consumers, and maybe Shiba Inu price explosion. This is alleviation for Shiba Inu holders. Most Shiba Inu trading occurs on Coinbase, and because the exchange shows reliability, most assets are in a much safer location than those locked on more hazardous platforms. Therefore, even if the market is unstable right now, this judicial triumph reminds us that not all interactions are exposed. For people keeping Shiba Inu on Coinbase, there is also not much cause for concern. Still, what do you think about this? Write down below. The date is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.